The text message came through at 9:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. Mom's words were direct as always. Family meeting this weekend at the lake house. Adults only. Your children aren't welcome. I stared at my phone for a moment, watching my two kids, Emma 6 and Lucas 4, playing with building blocks on the living room floor. They were laughing, completely unaware that their grandmother had just uninvited them from the annual family Thanksgiving gathering. Emma was carefully stacking blocks into a tower while Lucas kept trying to knock it down, both of them giggling between her protests and his mischief. This wasn't the first time my family had made their feelings clear about my children. Last Mom complained about the noise level. At Easter, Jennifer made comments about table manners. And at Mark's birthday dinner, Dad suggested I should leave the kids with a babysitter next time. My phone buzzed again. This time it was my sister Jennifer in the family group chat. Finally. A peaceful holiday without the chaos. Thanks, Mom. This is exactly what we needed. 3 thumbs-up reactions appeared immediately. Dad, Jennifer, and my brother Mark all agreed within seconds. I took a deep breath and typed a simple response. Understood. We'll make other plans. Jennifer's reply came instantly. Don't be dramatic, Sarah. You can still come. Just find a babysitter for once. The lake house. They had no idea. 5 years ago, when I was working 2 jobs and finishing my MBA, I scrimped and saved every dollar. My day job was in corporate finance and my evening job was consulting for small businesses on the side. While my family thought I was struggling, barely making ends meet, I was actually building something. I'd started a small property investment company, buying distressed vacation rentals and renovating them. The lake house they loved so much, the one they'd been renting for family gatherings for the past 3 years, was my first major acquisition. I bought it at auction for $340,000, invested another $80,000 into renovations, and listed it through a property management company under my LLC's name. They'd been paying me $4,500 per weekend, completely unaware. I'd never told them. There was something satisfying about watching them enjoy the property, compliment the upgrades I'd personally selected, and never once suspect their struggling single mom daughter owned it. Jennifer had raved about the kitchen backsplash. I'd chosen every tile. Dad praised the new deck furniture. I spent weeks finding the perfect weather-resistant set. Mom loved the master bedroom's paint color. I tested 12 different shades before choosing that exact soft blue. The property management company Lakeside Rentals handled everything. Tom, my property manager, was professional and discreet. He collected payments, handled maintenance, and never mentioned to clients that he worked directly for me. To my family, it was just another vacation rental. To me, it was proof I'd built something real while they dismissed my ambitions. But now, as I looked at my children playing innocently on the floor, something shifted. I opened my laptop and pulled up the property management portal. The family had already booked the lake house for Thanksgiving weekend, Wednesday through Sunday, $12,000 total. The reservation was under Dad's name, confirmed and paid in full. I sent a message to my property manager, Tom. Hi Tom, regarding the booking for November 22nd to 26th under James Morrison. I need to make some changes. Can you call me tomorrow? Then I closed my laptop and went to play blocks with my kids. The next morning, Tom called at 8:30 a.m. Morning, Sarah. Got your message. What changes do you need for the Morrison booking? I need you to call the client today, I said calmly. Inform them that the property owner needs to use the house that weekend for personal reasons. Offer a full refund plus a $2,000 credit toward a future stay. There was a pause. That's unusual. This is a holiday weekend booking. They're going to be upset. I understand. But it's my property and I need it that weekend. All right, Tom said slowly. Just to confirm, you want me to cancel the Morrison reservation and site owner personal use? Correct. Please make the call today. Will do. I'll let you know how it goes. I went about my day, dropped the kids at school, handled some work calls, meal prepped for the week. My phone stayed quiet until 2:17 p.m. Then it exploded. Dad called first. I let it go to voicemail. Jennifer texted, "What did you do?" Mom called. Voicemail. Mark texted, "Sarah, did you complain to the rental company? What is your problem?" I was picking up Emma and Lucas from school when the voicemails started piling up. Dad's message was angry. "Sarah, the lake house just canceled our reservation. They said the owner needs it for personal use. This is ridiculous timing. If you called and complained about the kids not being invited, this is incredibly immature. Call me back immediately. Mom's voicemail was colder. I don't know what you said to the rental company, but this is petty and childish. We've been booking this house for years. Now we have no Thanksgiving plans because of you. Your sister is extremely upset. Mark's wife already bought groceries for the trip. This affects everyone, Sarah. I raised you better than this. Jennifer left her own message, her voice dripping with condescension. Wow, Sarah. Really? You're going to ruin everyone's Thanksgiving because we asked you to get a babysitter for one weekend? This is exactly why we can't include you in adult events. You're so dramatic and vindictive. The kids learn this behavior from you, you know. Maybe if you were more mature, we wouldn't have to exclude them. I pulled into my driveway, helped the kids out of their car seats, and checked the family group chat. Jennifer had written a long message. I can't believe Sarah would sabotage our family holiday like this. She clearly called the rental company and made up some story to get our reservation canceled. This is a new low even for her. We try to have one peaceful holiday without her wild kids destroying everything, and she punishes all of us. Mark replied, Agree. This is insane. Sarah, you need to fix this. I unbuckled Lucas from his booster seat and smiled. Hey buddy, how was school? Good. We made turkeys with our handprints. That's wonderful. Let's go inside and you can show me. After getting the kids settled with snacks, I sat down at my kitchen table and made a call. Tom, it's Sarah. Did you speak with the Morrisons? I did. It didn't go well. The father was extremely angry. He demanded to speak with the owner directly. I explained that's not our policy, but he insisted. He said his family has been loyal customers and that this cancellation is unacceptable. He even threatened to leave bad reviews on every platform we use. What did you tell him? I stuck to the script. Owner needs the property for personal use, full refund plus credit. He asked for the owner's contact information. I obviously didn't provide it. Then he tried a different approach, offering to pay double the rate if we'd reconsider. When I said no, he got really aggressive. Asked if I knew who he was, said he had connections in the hospitality industry. It was uncomfortable. I took a breath. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Did he say anything else? He mentioned something about his daughter being unreasonable and that this was probably her fault somehow. I didn't engage with that. Just kept repeating the policy. Perfect. Thank you, Tom. I really appreciate you handling this professionally. Sarah, can I ask, is this family situation related? The way he was talking, it sounded personal. It is. But don't worry, everything's fine. I appreciate you handling it professionally. Tom was quiet for a moment. For what it's worth, in 3 years of managing your property, they've never been difficult clients until today. But the way he spoke to me just now. I don't blame you for whatever decision you're making. After I hung up, I opened my phone and pulled up the property management company's email to my parents. It was professional and polite, explaining the cancellation and refund process. Then I opened a separate folder on my phone, the one where I kept all my property documents. I found the Lake House file. Purchase agreement, renovation receipts, LLC registration, property management contract. Everything with my name on it. I scrolled through the documents. The original auction purchase from November 2019. The $80,000 in renovation invoices. New roof, updated electrical, the kitchen remodel, bathroom upgrades, new dock, landscaping. The property insurance policy listing me as the owner. 3 years of rental income statements showing consistent bookings. The property tax payments, all made from my business account. I took a screenshot of the property deed. Right there, clear as day. Owner: Sarah Morrison, Morrison Property Holdings LLC. Date of purchase: November 12, 2019. Then I took screenshots of several rental payment confirmations from my family. November 2022, $4,500. March 2023, $4,500. July 2023, $4,500. September 2023, $4,500. And the most recent one, the Thanksgiving booking they just made in October. $12,000 for the extended holiday weekend. I attached all 5 screenshots to a message. I sent it to the family group chat with a simple message. The owner decided she'd rather spend Thanksgiving with her children. Peaceful enough for you? My phone started ringing within 30 seconds. I didn't answer. Instead, I texted, "For 3 years, you've been paying me $4,500 per weekend to stay at my lake house. I bought it with the money I earned while you all thought I was struggling. I renovated it. I furnished it. Every compliment you gave about the kitchen remodel. I chose those countertops. The dock you love. I paid for that repair. And now you've decided my children, your grandchildren, your niece and nephew, aren't good enough to stay there. So neither are you. Refunds being processed. Find somewhere else for your peaceful holiday." The phone calls came in rapid succession. I silenced them all. Jennifer texted, "This is insane. You've been lying to us for 3 years." Mom called again. Then Dad. Then both of them together on a conference call. I declined. Mark's message was different. "Sarah, we need to talk about this. This doesn't make sense. You own that house." I replied only to Mark, "Yes. I've owned it since before you started renting it. Check the property records if you don't believe me. Purchased June 2019. Emma came into the kitchen. "Mommy, can we have mac and cheese for dinner?" "Absolutely, sweetie." I put my phone face down on the counter and focused on my kids. The messages continued throughout the evening. "Dad, we need to discuss this property situation. If you own that house, we've essentially been paying you rent without knowing. This is deceitful. I want a full accounting of every dollar we've paid you over the past 3 years. This could be considered fraud." "Jennifer, you let us compliment your house without saying anything? That's psychotic behavior, Sarah. We stood in your kitchen and talked about how nice the owner kept it and you just smiled. What is wrong with you? This is beyond manipulative." "Mom, I'm calling you tomorrow whether you answer or not. This conversation is happening. I don't care if you own that property or not. Banning your own family from Thanksgiving is cruel. Those are your nieces and nephew too. Mark's kids were looking forward to this trip." Mark's message was the longest. "Okay, I'm trying to understand this. You bought the lake house in 2019? That's before you even had Emma. You were working 2 jobs then. You told us you could barely afford your apartment. Where did you get $340,000 plus renovation money? And why wouldn't you tell your own family? We could have helped you with the business. We could have been partners. Instead, you've been secretly collecting rent from us for 3 years? That's $54,000, Sarah. You took $54,000 from your own parents and siblings without telling us it was your property. How is that not theft?" I read Mark's message twice. The entitlement was staggering. They'd happily paid that money when they thought it was going to a stranger. But now that they knew it went to me, their struggling daughter and sister, suddenly it was theft? Another message from Jennifer. "I just told David about this. He agrees this is insane. We're considering legal action. You can't just secretly profit off your own family like this." And then Dad again. "Your mother is very upset. She's been crying for an hour. I hope you're happy with yourself." "Over what? Because we asked you to get a babysitter? You're willing to destroy this family over childcare." I gave the kids their bath, read them bedtime stories and tucked them in. Lucas hugged me tight. "I love you, Mommy." "I love you too, buddy. So much." After they were asleep, I poured myself a glass of wine and finally opened the property management portal again. Tom had left me a note. Client called back twice more demanding to speak with owner. Told him it's not possible. He mentioned getting lawyers involved. Just a heads up. I smiled and typed a response. "Let me know if he contacts you again. I'm prepared to handle any legal inquiries." Then I checked the property calendar. Thanksgiving weekend was now blocked as owner use. I made a new reservation, this time under my own name, no charge. 5 days at the lake house with Emma and Lucas. We'd make turkey sandwiches, go on nature walks, feed the ducks at the pond and play games by the fireplace. My phone buzzed one more time. "Jennifer, you're really going to stay there? While we have nowhere to go for Thanksgiving. What kind of person are you?" I typed my response carefully. "I'm the kind of person who worked 2 jobs to buy property while you mocked my cheap clothes. I'm the kind of mother who builds a future for her children while you call them chaos. I'm the kind of daughter who stayed quiet while you all assumed I was failing. And now I'm the kind of property owner who decides her own children are absolutely welcome in her own home. Enjoy your peaceful holiday wherever you end up. My kids and I will be at the lake." I hit send and turned off my phone. The next morning I started packing for our trip. Emma was excited. We're going to the pretty house by the water? Yes, sweetheart. Just you, me and Lucas. We're going to have the best Thanksgiving ever. Will Grandma and Grandpa be there? I knelt down to her level. Not this time, honey. This time it's just us. She smiled and hugged me. Good. I like when it's just us. My phone, still off, sat in my bedroom. I knew there would be more messages, more calls, probably attempts to show up at my house. But for now, I focused on packing swim toys, board games, and groceries for our lake house trip. 3 years of silence about owning that property. 3 years of letting them believe I was barely surviving while I built a real estate portfolio worth over $2 million. 3 years of listening to their condescending advice about getting serious about my career. And now, one simple boundary. My children are welcome in my home. I zipped up the suitcase and called to the kids. Who wants to go on an adventure? Their excited screams filled the house. That was all the answer I needed.